One of the challenges that a client presented to me that they wanted to get better at was sitting cross-legged. Now, sitting cross-legged, we call it crisscross applesauce, and as a kid, we sit like that all the time, no problem, for long periods of time. But as we get older, we tend to sit like that less. And one of the challenges that I faced when I used to live over in Asia is that when we sit on the floor to eat, I constantly find myself shifting around while my Asian family members don't have an issue sitting cross-legged for long periods of time. And it boils down to frequency by which you actually sit in that position. But it also boils down to your hip's ability to be in that position for long periods of time. So a lot of it requires some degree of rotation of the hips, but also some degrees of abduction of the hips. And so we tend to have limitations there. So today we're going to focus on a few things that we can do to help improve that aspect of our hips and help us be able to sit in that position a little bit more. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a little bit of movement. So I'm going to do my hip cars to start with. I'm going to use something to hold on to just to support myself as I go through my first few hip cars. So I'm going to start bringing the leg across the midline, scooping up into external rotation, moving out into abduction, going into internal rotation, swinging around, extend, internally rotate, move back into external rotation, back into adduction, and join the other leg. Let's do another couple of reps. So moving up, external rotation, abduction, internal rotation, extension, extension, externally rotate, adduct, back to the beginning. One more rep. Move through, nice and easy. Just kind of get the joint lubricated, prepared for what it is that we're going to start doing. Let's switch legs. So here, same thing. We'll just move through it nice and easily. I'm not going to be super strict about this. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll see me explain a lot more in detail what should be happening. I'm not even being super strict with my body's motion right now. I'm just focusing on moving through and keeping and moving my joint, just kind of getting it prepared. So I'm not really emphasizing any strictness to it. By the way, this is my yard, which you're probably used to seeing me at the gym, but with a newborn on the way, I'm spending a lot more time at home, and so I'm actually here at home in my yard, in my garden. You might have seen it on social media as well. I post a lot of videos of me doing things with my vegetables and things in the garden. So we're going to start out by